Hey, it's Councilman Salters.
Councilman Grove.
We're freezing. But it's your council recap for the 24th of January?
24th of January.
Yeah, today's
2022.
Yeah, I keep getting that one mixed up. But we had a lot on the agenda to get through last night, a lot of good stuff. Key thing, obviously, being the golf cart ordinance. That's got updated.
And it's a done deal.
It's updated, taken care of. Key things in there. We've been talking about this for 5-6 weeks at this point. It's been a while.
Yeah.
And we clarified some sections, updated some wording, and this is things that we looked at, not just in our wording from what our police department has told us we needed to update, but our clerk treasurer's office, and we also looked around basically every city around us to see where they were at, and now we have an ordinance that's very comparable that works very well for the city of Vincennes. And that'll be updated. That's in our ordinances. I can put a link below for not just that ordinance, but every ordinance. But that's taken care of. And we do thank the citizens for their input as they've come and let us know what they've wanted to put in there. We put that in there. But that's taken care of. Another big discussion point last night, and you can kind of hit on this, Councilman Stengel talked about grass clippings. And this is something you jumped on as well. I know you've talked about it a while, but go ahead and let everybody know what we're going to be looking into.
We are going to be looking into it. We believe there's one on the books already in the water department area.
Right.
But you can't blow your grass clippings in the street is what we're looking at. Just the safety factor of motorcycles hitting that and losing control, and it's horrible for our rainwater, stormwater drains and stuff like that, and just the general aesthetics. Keeping the neighborhoods clean and stuff. So we are going to be looking at that. If it is there, we believe it is. We are going to start enforcing it.
And that's the big thing there is it's a huge safety issue. If you've been paying attention to the news lately, there's a lot of accidents. We've been blessed enough that we haven't had too many issues here with that, but it does cause some accidents, some severe accidents when it comes to motorcycles specifically. But then also when it comes to our stormwater and runoff and those things, it does clog up our drains, and then it causes more problems for us there. So that's why it was always an ordinance on the water department's books, but the enforcement mechanism is vastly different. So Councilman Stengel brought it up. He had some concerns, had some people reach out to him. So we're going to look into that. I think we'll be lucky enough that we'll just be just a couple tweaks, I would assume, and then we'll go from there. So we're very lucky for that. And then the big topic du jour would have been lit. All right, so the county council is going to start talking about the lit. I brought them in there to go over specifically the timeline so that everybody knows what's going on. At their next meeting in February, they will be talking about, hey, we're going to move forward with this. And then at their meeting in March, they will vote on a rate, and then they will send it to us for us to look over. When we get a rate, we will let you know so you can see how you're impacted, because I know that's one of the big important things that people want to see. But we don't know what the rate is yet. They're telling us it could be anywhere 0.4, 0.5. We don't know what that is until they set the rate. Once they set the rate, we will make sure that that's out there so you know what it is, how you're affected, and then also we want your input.
Right. But this is a new tax that will only be used for public safety.
Right. And in the discussion, it's one of those things that the state's kind of hamstrung us on a lot of different things, and we're not trying to blame the state, but they're in the category or the belief system that if you don't help yourself, we're not going to help you.
You need to generate your own revenue.
So this is something that has been discussed for a while. It's always been in the back of our economic books that we get every year and our budget plan. And the key thing is the county is starting this process. They've asked us to join in with them because they can't pass this without us.
Right.
So we're doing our due diligence. We're looking through this, and we want your input as we move forward. And I mean, it's basically that simple. We're trying to be as open as possible. I know there was a lot of discussions last year, and it was just a rushed timeline, and we don't want to do that this time. We want your input. We've already heard from a lot of you, and we'd love to hear more as we move forward with this process. So those were the big topics that we talked about last night. It did take a little bit of time. There was a lot of discussion, but everything seems to be moving forward. There's a lot of good news in the city of Vincennes. Like we said, we've got a lot of big events that we're planning, we're excited about. We can't tell you about yet, but stay tuned because they're going to be huge and they're going to be fun.
Yep.
All right. Other than that, if you've got a concern or question, as normal, feel free to reach out to us anytime. As you see, Councilman Groves over here shivering.
We are getting frostbite.
Yeah, and it's okay. It's just getting colder throughout the day, so we're okay. I'm just bearing through it with my winter hair right now and beard. But it'll come time here in a month or so for the shears to come out. So until next council meeting, will be in February. We will see you then. Yeah, I don't think it will be, but we will see you then, and have a good rest of the week.
See you.